Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. My morning is going fantastic. I'm here with you, feeling great, reading God's Word together with you. So we're reading through the book of Proverbs. We're almost to the end here. Well, not almost. It's going to take some time. I guess if we're doing one a weekend, it's going to take a little bit of time, but almost to the end. And we're on Proverbs 24, and it's on precepts and warnings. It says, "Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them." Very hard, especially in social media days and seeing the great lives that people have, or so you think, right? And you don't want to be grievous. Don't desire to be with these people. For their minds plot violence, and their lips talk of trouble for the innocent. Through skillful and godly wisdom, a house, a life, a home, a family is built. And by understanding, it is established on a sound and good foundation. And by knowledge, its rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, and a man of knowledge strengthens his power. For by wise guidance you can wage your war, and in abundance of wise counselor there is victory and safety. Here's a really good thing about having skillful and godly wisdom. How you can be able to build. You need to have wisdom. And how a wise man, he's strong because he's got his knowledge. He's got his wisdom from the Lord, and it's going to guide you. And it says also there's an abundance of wise counselors. There's victory and safety because there's a lot that can help you see things that you're not seeing happen in your life. Wisdom is too exalted for a hardened, arrogant fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate where the city rulers sit in judgment. He who plans to do evil will be called a schemer or deviser of evil. The devising of folly is sin, and the scoffer is repulsive to men. If you are a slack, a careless in the day of distress, your strength is limited. You don't want to be careless. Rescue those who are being taken away to death, and those who stagger to the slaughter. Oh, hold them back from their doom. If you claim ignorance and say, "See, we did not know this," does he not consider it who weighs and examines the hearts and their motives? And does he not know it who guards your life and keeps your soul? And will he not repay you and every man according to his works? This is the part that you claim that ignorance. What? I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. Or you don't know what's going on, you're just choosing not to know what's going on. Right? You want to consider the hearts and the motives of people. Right? Because God knows, and he's going to repay you and every man according to his works. This is, "My son, eat honey because it is good, and the drippings of the honeycomb are sweet to your taste. Know that skillful and godly wisdom is so very good for your life and soul." That's like one of the most important things. If you find wisdom, then there will be a future and a reward, and your hope and expectation will not be cut off. Do not lie in wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Do not destroy his resting place. For a righteous man falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in time of disaster and collapse. So even the wise man can fall, but he keeps getting back up. Do not rejoice and gloat when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad in self-righteousness when he stumbles. Or the Lord will see your gloating and be displeased, and turn his anger away from your enemies. Do not get upset because of evildoers, or be envious of the wicked, for there will be no future for the evil man. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. My son, fear the Lord and the king, and do not associate with those who are given to change of allegiance and are revolutionary. You got to be careful of those that are revolutionary and want to change everything all the time. For their tragedy will rise suddenly, and who knows the punishment that both the Lord and the king will bring on this rebellious. These also are sayings of the wise. To show partiality in judgment is not good. He who says to the wicked, "You are righteous," people will curse him, nations will denounce him. But to those honorable judges who rebuke the wicked, it will go well with them, and they will find delight. Sometimes it's better to be blunt instead of going along with things just because you want to help a person's heart. Blunt in a nice kind way. Like instead of just saying, "No, that's okay." No, sometimes somebody's doing something wrong. You need to speak up and say the truth, and just matter of factly to them. And it says, and a good blessing will come upon them. He kisses the lips and wins the hearts of people, who gives a right and straightforward answer. Prepare your work outside and get it ready for yourself in the field, and afterward build your house and establish a home. Do not be a witness against your neighbor without cause, and do not deceive your lips. Speak neither lies nor half-truths, and do not say, I will do this. I will do to him as he has done to me. I hope. Did you ever hear that? Whatever he does to me, I'm going to do to him. He deserves this. This person does it. If they're going to be this way to me, I'm going to be this way. No, don't. God says, don't do that. It says, what? Do not say, I will do to him as he has done to me. I will pay the man back for his deed. Like, God will do that. You don't need to. So it says, don't say that. And it says, I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man lacking understanding and common sense. And behold, it was all overgrown with thorns, and nettles were covering its surface, and its stone wall was broken down. When I saw, I considered it well, and looked and received instruction. Yet a little sleep and a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and daydream. Then your poverty will come as a robber, and your want like an armed man. There's a time for resting, there's a time for healing, there's a time for all those things. But sometimes it says, you've got this great thing God has given you. You know, people, God's, given them a car, God's given them a home, they've given them a yard, all these things. And like, if you don't do anything with what God has given you, it's going to overgrow and become a mess. And it says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and daydream. Not rest because you're tired, rest to daydream. Your poverty is going to come as a robber. So it's so important to stay diligent, keep moving forward. I say this a lot on my channel. Sometimes, yes, you're overwhelmed with life, or if you don't feel like, you may watch me and see me doing a million things, but that's not what God's saying. He's just saying, just keep moving forward. Like, set yourself a little goal and work towards that goal for the day. That might be one thing for the day. Cleaning one drawer in your house that needs to be decluttered. Just one. Start with one, because you're moving forward. You're not just sitting there daydreaming, thinking about the mess, thinking about that. You're doing one thing to help move forward. So same thing with our life. We don't want to have poverty come upon us as a robber, and you're want like an armed man. We don't want to be that way. A little sleep, a little slumber. No, don't do that. Don't be laying in bed scrolling on your phone when you can be doing something else that's a little bit more industrious to improve your life. Keeps you moving, keeps you going, maybe brings you in to situation with a person. I don't know what that's going to be. So just keep going forward. Instead of just sitting there, there's the time for resting, but don't just sit to be lazy. You want to get up and get something done. Choose something just today. Choose one thing that you need to get done and do that today. Make it happen. So you have a fantastic rest of your day today. Come back tomorrow if you'd like to hear our series on grief and sorrow. And then if not, come back Monday. I'll have another video. All right, we'll see ya. Bye.